So for those of you who are unaware, we had a lot of reveals on Black Ops 6 Zombies and the COD community is going absolutely wild. You can go through anywhere throughout the entirety of YouTube, COD Zombies Reddit, and even Twitter, and all throughout this community, people are getting really mad at content creators for having their own opinion on the game. While most of these are out of line, I can actually get behind some of this controversy. So in this video, it's going to be quite a long one because we're going to be going through everything that people are mad about, as well as going through the good and the bad, as well as looking at the stuff that I might have missed in my past videos. Okay, first up is going to be why the game does not feel like zombies. So if you haven't noticed, inside of the map Liberty Balls, all of the features look exactly the same as the multiplayer maps that we've played in the beta. Just take a look at the Black Ops 3 comparison, and then take a look at the Black Ops 6 comparison. Do you see what I mean? These Black Ops 6 maps look way too similar, going from the HUD, the map, and even the coloring of the entire game. And there's actually a really easy way to fix this and make it look way more distinct from any of those multiplayer maps, and that's just going to be from adding broken down features to the buildings, burning cars, or they can even add lava onto the ground, which I know a lot of people would appreciate in this community. If they added these features to the maps, it would feel like a lot more classic, like those classic maps that we had in Black Ops 2 Zombies, and that might even make this the most played map within Black Ops 6. Okay, moving on to the next point, the issue with the HUD. So the HUD in Black Ops 6 has a lot of issues, and I mean a lot of issues. And you might be thinking, oh, it's just the beta, it's just the beta. You're not allowed to have any opinions. And to those people, hear me out for just a second. The reason why the HUD layouts don't appeal to me at all is because no matter what you do to these HUD elements, it will always stay looking like the same multiplayer HUD that we just keep getting. And I don't think anybody even likes the way this even looks in Zombies. In the game, it just seems like it has absolutely no soul and no creative elements to it. And I mean, you just tell me, does this actually look like the BO3 HUD? The short answer would be no. But even though the HUD does not look good right now, there's actually a really easy way for them to fix it, so absolutely anyone can have no complaints. So if in the layout selection, they added options like BO1, 2, 3, and even 4 to it, but not just give us the layout where the elements are placed where they were in those games, but actually give us the option to choose the same HUD elements from those Black Ops games. If they added this feature to this game and also allowed us to change the color to these elements, this would add so much stuff to the game where we can adjust it to what we want, and there would be absolutely no issues for the HUD elements for anyone that plays this game. And now the next thing I want to go over is the point system for Black Ops 6. So it was announced that we are getting the same exact point system that we had over in Cold War, which means that we are going to be getting points for kills and not the bullets that we killed the zombies with. So on paper, this actually doesn't sound too bad, but inside of the gameplay, it either feels way too easy or way too hard depending on how they build the game. The best point system that we should be using here is the point system for the first 3 games of Black Ops series, which is Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, where each bullet you use gives you points instead of each kill. When we use this point system, it just gives the game so much more life and includes so much more strategies that we could be using. Like, for example, in one of our weapon slots, we can have a really strong wonder weapon, and then in the other weapon slot, we can have a really weak weapon that's really good for getting points. If they added this, it would be so great for implementing new strategies and make the gameplay much more fun. And now moving on to the armor system in Black Ops 6. So the armor in this game is something that is really hated, not only because you spawn in with armor, but also because of how overpowered the armor is. When you have all of your armor equipped, it's just like you have 3 dying wishes in a row. I mean, why are they making this game so easy? The best thing for the armor system would just be to completely remove it altogether, or they have to at least reduce how much it protects you. And then another problem that people are having with the game is the salvage. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the salvage was really cool in Cold War Zombies, but only over in Cold War Zombies. No one wants this to be back into the game besides probably Cold War fanboys, I guess. But I would say the majority of players would rather have it back to Black Ops 3, where you have to get the throwables and most of your stuff from the box, and they just reduced the salvage to the blue, which is a step in the right direction, but everyone thinks that they should just remove this overall. And that's another thing I wanted to mention. Why does the box have no use at all? One of the reasons is because all of your throwables, like the monkeys, Semtex, and stun grenade, and even the decoy, instead of going up to the box and trying to spin these weapons, you can have 2 other options to choose from. You can either get these from killing zombies or going up to the workbench and building them with your salvage. I mean, I'm not the only one who wants them to make the box have a lot more priority within this game, and especially they made it so you can have side quests done to get the wonder weapons too. There is almost no reason to use the box, and especially because you can spawn in with your favorite loadout weapon in each game. And the loadouts itself is something that has probably the most controversy surrounding it. The reason is because it is way too overpowered, since you can spawn in with the best weapon in the game, game. I mean, besides the wonder weapons, but still, why can't they just bring it back to spawning us in with the pistols and bringing back that nostalgic feeling of zombies and stop trying to make this so much like multiplayer? This is a really easy thing to fix, but Treyarch does not want to seem to listen to us about any complaints that we have about this game. But then I gotta mention some really cool things that they added into this game, one of them being the zombies kill cam. I mean, this is something that I never knew that I needed within a zombies game because no one really ever thought about this one, and it's one of the coolest features that they added to the game. But I think they should make it a lot more brutal and have the zombies actually ripping the character apart and completely mutilating them. And then another thing is the new enemies on this game, and I'm not going to be talking about Liberty Falls for this one because we all know the reason for that, but I do mean within Terminus Island, we were introduced to two new enemies called the Amalgam and the Vermin, and then we were reintroduced to the Parasite from Black Ops 3 Zombies, opening up new possibilities for the zombie storyline within this game. And then, if you guys are yet to see the new Shadow Man cutscene within MW3, it is so sick and it opens up absolutely everything that we've been wanting for the zombie storyline since it connects to Liberty Falls itself. So I'm just going to take a second here to show you guys what this cutscene is.
Ah, checking up on your daughter.
I wanted to say hello, to ask how you are doing.
I'm on my best behavior. Promise.
A lot has happened. It has taken a while to process it all.
Process it all. Who are you and what have you done with Ravenoff?
So what are your plans? What is next for Dr. Jensen?
You are checking up on me.
Ava.
Chill out. I'm glad you called. I tried the whole vacation thing, I really did, but I needed to keep my mind occupied. I kept thinking about Miller's report. I'm visiting the site of the localized incursion she survived as a child. Liberty Falls is even more of a one-horse town than I'd suspected.
Why? Ava, listen. You must leave that place. It is not safe. Are you there? Ava! Ava! Ava!
So this cutscene shows us that the Shadow Man is going to be connected with the Liberty Falls Easter egg and might even possibly give this map the boost it really needs because people are really trashing on this map at this point. But now I just have a few nitpicks about this game that I really want to go through and talk about. So starting off first with the ammo issue in BO6. I'm pretty sure we all know how easy it is to get ammo within this game and that you can even spawn with 500 bullets in reserve, but to completely refill that it only costs 250 points. And for those who watched my last video, I know I talked about this before, but I really need to go over this again because we really need to change this because you can kill only a few zombies and already be able to refill your reserve of 500 bullets. And I mean, really, why is this so easy within the game? And this really needs to be fixed either by increasing the ammo cost or, I mean, just spawning us with pistols like originally. And now let's go over the guy who pops up on our screen in the beginning and pretty much anywhere within your gameplay, telling you things that you're doing. Like when you kill a vermin, he'll say,
One ugly bug KIA.
And I mean, this absolutely sucks because if we had a character like Dempsey within the game, he would say something like,
"Let me know if this turns you on."
and this just adds so much of a better feeling to the game because it gets you more attached to the characters and trying to make them make it through the zombies apocalypse. And that's another thing. Why is there no set crew for this map? Like, Treyarch already got feedback from us saying that we do not like operators instead of set crews for the game, not only because they can't be included into the gameplay really, but also because they're really soulless. And what I mean by this is that they'll say the same exact thing for every single game that you play with them. And if you have a set crew, it just makes the game feel a lot more genuine and make you engage with the game a lot more and feel that connection between the character, bringing that way more fun gameplay feeling. And also, if we had a set crew mixed in with the zombie kill cams, it would actually make you feel really bad and maybe even feel sad for the characters in the game since you build a connection with them as you play. And seeing someone like Misty from Black Ops 1 and 2 getting ripped apart at the end end of a game just makes that feeling that we really need inside of this game. But then that's another thing. The wonder weapons on Liberty Balls are not unique at all. We have the same two wonder weapons that we had in previous games, and these are the jet gun and the ray gun. I know everyone wanted the jet gun back into the game, but this is more like a rebuilt version of the thunder gun from previous games, but just way overpowered. And I mean, personally, I just want something that's a bit closer to the jet gun from Transit, and this is not what I was looking for. Then also, I feel that we need a wonder weapon for this map that has a bit more identity and soul to it that kind of relates to the Shadow Man, sort of like how the Popkin Servant did on Shadows of Evil and Revelations within Black Ops 3. But then moving on from the weapons, let's get into the Gobble Gums. So the way that they balance the Gobble Gums in Black Ops 6 is actually really good, since you can earn Gobble Gums instead of Liquid Viniums for playing your games. Then we also got the way that the Gobble Gums are set up, and we know that we can hold 3 Gobble Gums at a time and even change your loadouts mid-game. So it's really hard to tell if this is balanced or broken, because this is more of something that you have to play it to see for yourself how it is in the game. But so far, this attention to detail is really nice, and I really like this addition to the game, and they are doing a good job with the Gobble Gums. Now, something a lot of content creators are talking about is the Zombies menu. Now, I can fully understand their point that after 4 years of development and we haven't gotten any type of special Zombies menu is just insane. But then, on the other hand, it's possible that Treyarch didn't want to show us the Zombies menu, and they just kept it hidden for the COD Next event so they can surprise us upon the full release of the game. But then, it still does kind of look like it's going to be the same type of Zombies menu that we had in Cold War, where there's a character walking in some type of landscape in the background. And it was cool over in Cold War, but I don't want this back within this Zombies main menu. It would just be much cooler if we had a Zombies main menu from Black Ops 1, 2, and maybe 3, even though that one wasn't really a creative one. It was still a Zombies main menu. And then let's talk about something that you should really be excited for in Black Ops 6, which is the new map that we're going to be getting for BO6 before the end of the year. So on X, Treyarch announced that we would be getting a 3rd map before the end of the year 2025. So this is really big news for everyone who wants to play this game, especially because the game is only being released in 2 months before 2025. So we're going to be getting the 3rd Zombies map very close to the release date of the game. This is pretty much all of the information that we were given about the 3rd mysterious map, and no one really knows what this game map is going to be based around or even looks like. Then lastly, the field upgrades and why they are so bad. So the upgrades are insanely overpowered in Black Ops 6 and Cold War Zombies, not only because of how strong they are, but because of how fast they regenerate at higher rounds. For an example, I was playing Cold War and I was using the Tesla Storm, then right after my Tesla Storm finished, I got a double points, and I was able to use my Tesla Storm for a second time before the double points power up went away. And I mean, this is just too much, and they should definitely change the system for how you get kills for it. Instead of getting kills, you should be able to wait for a cooldown of like 5 or 10 minutes. It just feels a lot more balanced to me, and seems like it would be a lot more fun too. Well, that's about it for me. Do you guys agree with what I said, and what are your thoughts on Black Ops 6 Zombies so far? Let me know this down in the comments. If you guys want to see more, please check out the videos on screen right now on my information about Black Ops 6 Zombies. But as always, if you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Smash the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.